It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 5 from Luna Lending. This 4th of July weekend was the slowest in over a decade on I-70. You have to go all the way back to 2015 for a slower Independence Day on the corridor. 3-day traffic this year, it fell short of 119,000 vehicles. That was 10% slower than last year, nearly 10% slower than even 2020 during the pandemic. Today at 3, some residents of Lake County returned home after spending the night evacuated for the Willow Fire. Others are still evacuated as that fire burns more than 4,100 acres with barely any containment. No word yet on how much it grew today. This morning, the federal fire website INSWEB said the Willow Fire was caused by people. This afternoon, it reads undetermined, with no explanation for why it was changed. Lake County Sheriff Heath Speckman wants to thank you for towing the line this 4th of July.
The morning of the 5th, yesterday, we had to evacuate new areas, so I didn't get this message out, but I wanted to say thanks to everybody. We found out that there was 0 calls for fireworks, so thanks for following our Stage 2 restrictions.
Working overtime in Lake County are partners from State Patrol and Parks and Wildlife. Sheriff Speckman, he's happy to see them.
They've been paramount in the response to this fire since the beginning, and they continue to be present. They have a job to do. I'm grateful that they're extending themselves out during their days off to help us here.
Fire crews themselves were starting fires this weekend, and again today just north of the Willow Fire. It is proactive protection, they say, for power lines and even backcountry huts.
They did some work up there on Uncle Bud's cabin yesterday. They were taking a look over here at the Skinner hut as well.
That was Nick Castro, a section chief with one of the firefighting teams. The fire haze here in Summit, it has been the worst of summer so far. Environmental Health Manager Dan Hendershot explains.
Well, shoot, it was worse a week ago. Why are we saying it's worse now? Well, it's because of that 24-hour average.
Websites like Purple Air work in real time. They show you a 10-minute reading, not the 24-hour reading used by the EPA. Today is the first day the EPA considers air quality here unhealthy for sensitive groups.
Include those with heart or lung disease, older folks older than 65 are in that group, younger folks under 18, pregnant persons.
These are the possible symptoms.
Might be exacerbation of heart and lung issues, aggravated asthma, decreased lung function, coughing, and airway irritation.
This is what you can do now to avoid the worst.
I think it's good for all of us to consider what kind of activities we're going to do. If we were going to go run a 5K, maybe go walk a 1K, for example, because the more you're breathing, the more those very small smoke particles can first get into your lungs, and sometimes they can cross from your lungs into your blood.
Going inside on a smoky day can help, but even a closed house will let some smoke in. Hendershot recommends building your own clean room with a DIY HEPA fan.
Remember those old 2-foot by 2-foot box fans we used to have as kids? So you can take those box fans real cheap at the store and then get a MERV 13 rated filter and put that on the back side of it, and that'll do the same as a HEPA filter. Maybe not quite as good, but it'll really clean up your indoor air quality.
Even 1 hour in your DIY clean room can help. You can also buy a more expensive purpose-made HEPA fan or stop by the libraries in Silverthorne and Frisco. Both have advanced air filtering systems. A black lab missing since early June was found yesterday by the volunteers at Summit Lost Pet Rescue. Atlas the dog disappeared near Quandary Peak. He was spotted as far as Frisco before he was finally captured just outside of Breckenridge after 30 days in the woods. Atlas will soon be reunited with his family. A reminder that local fire danger is rated extreme in Summit with a Stage 2 fire ban. In local entertainment news, more than 70 floats paraded down Main Street, Frisco this Saturday on the 4th of July. Taking home the prize for Best of Show, that was the Frisco Cabin Team with an artfully decorated float that celebrated 150 years of Colorado statehood and 250 years of U.S. independence. Second place went to Vine Street Social. Third went to Golden Horseshoe sleigh rides with Belgian draft horses and Diamond Dixie, the legendary dance hall girl. In sports, the U.S. men's national team plays Belgium today at the World Cup. Kickoff is at 6. Later tonight, the Rockies play the Dodgers. And in local sports, Henry Nelson of Durango and Lauren Stevens of Dallas won the Firecracker 50 in Breck on Saturday, racing 25 miles instead of the full 50. There was a two-way tie for second place in the women's race. 900 mountain bikers were out there. And local trail runners John Rowan and Alicia Vargo, they won the Independence Day 10K July 4th up against about 450 runners. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.